Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, July 1st. I'm Karen Adams.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, your personal financial information may be at risk if you recently ate at a popular restaurant. Customers' payment information at more than 24 Noodles and Company locations in Maryland may have been compromised by a recent data breach. It affects those who use their debit or credit cards between January 31st and June 2nd. 4 Prince George's locations are on the list. Those include College Park, Largo, Bowie, and Laurel.
I didn't know what to do. I just decided I would go get nothing.
I'm very concerned. I mean, what they could do with that personal information, our credit card numbers, our names and stuff, it can be very detrimental to all of our financial health. And we're students usually in this area, so we're particularly vulnerable. So it's actually really scary.
Just saw it online this morning, and I eat there 2 or 3 times a week for 7 years. So I don't know what to do about it. I'm headed in there now.
And 5 restaurants in Montgomery County were also breached. Those include Gaithersburg, Silver Spring, Germantown, and 2 in Bethesda.
The July 4th getaway is underway. That means you can expect some heavy traffic throughout the weekend. We sent our own roving motorist, Byron Scott, onto the highways to see what he could find out.
Today is July 1st. July 4th is just around the corner. Now, we are told that in our region, more than 1 million people are taking to the highways this holiday season. Nationwide, the number is 42.8 million. According to AAA, the majority of people traveling this holiday season will do so on the highways and byways. This is the Maryland House rest stop on I-95 in Laurel. As the morning wore on, the lot filled as people stopped to get refreshed, chew the fat, or simply walk the dog. This is Diane Newton and Moose.
Moose is 11.
They are driving from Fredericksburg, Virginia to Wilmington, Delaware. As for the ride,
It's better than expected. It's usually a lot worse than this.
AAA says the number of motorists hitting the roads is up nearly 2% from last year, and that's a record.
Well, we're headed back to Bethel right now. We were down in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Gary Rogler and his wife are making the ride in their Vermont-plated Mustang.
Well, coming from Vermont, everything's traffic issue on this end, but because there's no traffic up there, but it's not too bad. We're moving right along.
Gas prices are still relatively low, and the economy isn't bad either. And that, in large part, is why folks are driving more and more. Thus, at the Maryland House, you're likely to see a plethora of plates: New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Texas, and North Carolina. And that's where Larry Hicks comes in. That's where his drive started. He's going to Atlantic City. So far,
not bad at all. Not yet, anyway.
It's an 11-hour drive.
Jack White is another northern-bound driver. His ride began in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where his daughter competed in a softball championship. They finished 3rd among 23 teams, and now they're in the home stretch.
Final leg. It's only 140 miles to go.
That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, after a 600-mile drive from Myrtle Beach, this is nothing now. It's nice and easy.
And with all this extra traffic, AAA has this one final bit of advice: drive extra carefully and always be aware of your surroundings. On the highway, Byron Scott, CTV News.
And if you are planning to travel using Metro Rails on July 4th, expect to see a lot of passengers. Hundreds of thousands of people will be packing the rail system to head to the nation's capital to view fireworks. The Metro trains will operate from 7 a.m. until midnight. Officials have some tips for riders this Monday.
Federal Triangle are 2 of our busiest stations on the 4th.
But every line has a station near the National Mall.
We suggest archives for yellow and green lines.
For red, orange, blue, or the silver line, try Metro Center to avoid the crowds at Smithsonian and Federal Triangle.
Riders will be charged off-peak fares all day.
And many new laws take effect today in Maryland. The state's minimum wage increases from $8.25 to $8.75 an hour. Maryland will also have a new scoring system for transportation projects. Governor Hogan vetoed the bill, but the legislature overrode it in April. A new pilot program was established to help retain first-year teachers. In addition, the matching stipend for teachers who are nationally certified increases from $2,000 to $4,000. Other new laws include a prohibition on powdered alcohol alcohol, a state-sponsored retirement plan for those without a workplace savings program, and a new high school diploma seal for those proficient in 2 or more languages. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Karen Adams.